Now what we're doing here is we got our grain that came, and it was Crispus, I think that's what it's called. Caramels. And it wasn't crushed for us, so we're using our crusher that we got from Midwest Supplies here. It's a 10-ounce tumbler glass. We're just crushing it. You got to hear 1,082 different crackles. That's how many pieces of grain are in. So you can see it in the grain here. It's crushed a little bit there. We've just been doing a little bit of this. And after this, we'll go and steep our grains.
And how long? What's an ideal boiling temperature?
Probably about anywhere between 225 and 250. You can get the higher you get, the better. The highest we've gotten today is like 212 though, but we try to keep going higher. Better beer. So next thing after we're done crushing our grains that weren't crushed, we want to take them and put into our boiling bag that we're going to just drop right into the kettle or hang off the side of the kettle. You can use basically anything, at least according to what they shipped us. So I was going to use just a bag like this, something that you have laying around the house. These socks are a little old, so we couldn't find another one, so we decided to use the...
Sir, could you possibly use that hairnet that they provided?
Well, this is what they sent to us as a bag, but I was kind of confused. There really is nothing to tie it off with or hang it off or anything like that, so we decided to just use the nylon one that we had before that was like $1.
And that's got a convenient tie string on it.
You tie it, and we'll hang it off, and we'll show you how we put it in the bag in the water as we're starting to steep our grains. Alright, now we're going to steep our grains for about 30 minutes here. We have our water up to 155 degrees. We're going to do this, we chose 25 minutes.
Do you need any assistance?
Yeah, Murph's going to come up here and help me. This is Brewmaster Murphy Diggins. Can you say hi to the camera? Alright. I need you to hold this in there and just kind of hang it off of there. Just hold it right there. Tell the camera what you're doing. Alright. Alright, so we'll check back with you in a little bit.
We're making the honey bee ale. We just finished steeping the grains, and now we're adding the barley malt extract. You have to stir it so it doesn't get scorched on the bottom. It's making noise as it comes out. Today is the day before Thanksgiving, 2009. And of course you dip it in there if you don't burn your fingers. And the hot wort, we'll get the rest of it out. And we'll be shortly adding the bittering hops. And that should do it. You have to stir it, otherwise you'll scorch. Do a trial never made beer. Now we're adding the, after previously we added the malt extract, now we're adding the hops. We're adding them all at this time for better bittering and better utilization. And besides that, we don't want to just keep doing it for the next hour. We don't have time for this stuff. You could have put them in a bag, but that's old school. Since we're making honey bee ale, it's only appropriate to add about 3 pounds of honey. Do I need to? Should be stirring this, or? Yeah. And now we'll be adding the final hops, and these will be for aroma. I just wish your TV had smell-o-vision capability. This is so aromatic. And here they go. These are Argentina Cascades. Of the primary fermentation, and we're straining the wort, and here's my process of aeration. Now we're checking the original gravity, commonly known as OG. We took a sample of the beer. This is prior to the yeast infection. No, it's not. And then you spin it, and you let it settle. If you come close, you can see we're getting an original gravity reading of 1.44. Correction, 1.044. What's the decimal point here and there?
Alright, I loosened up my arm. We're going to be pitching our yeast into here. We're just using the Y yeast American.
How far back do you need to be to pitch it?
60 feet 6 inches, pitcher's mound here. So we just smacked it a couple hours ago. Let's make sure we don't screw this up. And we're going to throw it in there and then aerate it by rocking the baby. Says there's over 100 billion active yeast cells in here. 96, 97, 98, 99, 99.5. 2 more drops. Alright, there's 100 billion right there. Now we're just going to rock the baby. Alright. Now we're rocking the baby here.
And why do you do that?
Get some good oxygen added into the beer here to get the yeast going right away. I've said to do this for a while. It's kind of heavy.
So was that like a yeast infection?
That once before. I don't know if this fire's supposed to work or not, but this is what we're doing.
And this should be done for 20 minutes.
Or until you fall. Alright, I think that might be good. Now we'll sit back and wait about 5 to 7 days, and then we'll drink it after.
Now we got the, it's in the primary fermentation stage. In approximately 36 to 48 hours, it should start to ferment, which will be noticeable by action at the top of the aforementioned carboy. Approximately 5 to 7 days after that, we'll put into a secondary fermentation into another carboy or a truck girl. Some call them truck girls, some are called carboys. It depends on what part of the country you're from. Up here we call them carboys. And approximately 2 weeks after that, previously mentioned process, we'll be ready to bottle it and cool it down and drink it. That's the purpose.